iOS. iOS is a mobile operating system created by and developed by Apple Inc. exclusively for its hardware. It is the second most popular mobile operating system global after Android. Initially, these operating systems were only developed to run on the iPhone, known as the iPhone OS, but later it was extended to run on Apple devices, such as the iPod 3. September 2007 and January 2017, Apple App Store holds about 2.2 million iOS applications, 1 million of which are apps for the iPad and are downloaded and total about 130 billion times. The iOS user interface is based upon direct manipulation using multi-touch gesture. Interaction with the OS includes gestures such as swap, tap, pinch, and reverse pinch, all of which has special definition with the content of the iOS operating system and its multi-touch interface. Internal accelerometers are used by some applications to respond to shaking the device. One common result is the under command or rotating in the three dimensions, one common portion and landscape model. History in 2005, when Steve Jobs began planning the iPhone, he had a choice to either shrink the Mac, which would be an epic feat of engineering, or enlarge the iPod. Jobs favored the former approach, but pitched the Mac insert and iPod teams, led by Scott Forster and Tony Fader, respectively, against each other in an internal competition, with Forster winning by creating the iPhone OS. The decision enabled the success of the iPhone as platform for third-party developers using a well-known desktop operation system as its basis allow the many third-party Mac developers to write software for the iPhone with minimal retraining. Forster were also responsible for creating a software development kit for programmers to build iPhone apps, as well as an app store with iTunes. The operating system were unveiled with the iPhone at the Macworld Conference and Expo on January 9, 2007, and released in June of that year. Intentionally, third-party native applications were not supported. In October 27, Apple announced that a native software development kit were under development and that they plan to put it in development hand in February. On March 6, 2008, Apple held a press event announcing the iPhone SDK. Web test. Apple provides major updates to iOS operating system annual via iTunes and also for iOS 5 and later. Over the air. The later version is iOS 11, released on September 19, 2017. is available for iPhone 5s and later, iPad Air and later, iPad Pro, iPad Mini 2 and later, and 6th generation iPod 3. Feature: Home screen. The home screen rendered by spinning board display application icon and dock at the bottom where user can pin the most frequency used app. The home screen appears whenever the user unlocks the device or press the physical home button which click in another app. Before iOS 4 on the iPhone 3GS or late, screen background could be customized only through jailbreaking, but now you can change output. The screen has a status bar across the top to display data such as time, battery level, and signal strength. The right of the screen is devoted to the current application. When passcode is set and user switch on the device, the passcode must be entered and as the lock screen before access to the home screen is granted. System font. iOS originally used Helvetica as the system font. Apple switched to Helvetica New exactly for the iPhone 4 and its Retina display and retained Helvetica as the system font for older iPhone devices on iOS 4. With iOS 7, Apple announced that they would change the system font to Helvetica New Line, a decision that sparked criticism for in Apple inappropriate user apply thin typeface for low-resolution mobile screen. With iOS 9, Apple changed the font to San Francisco, an Apple designed font aimed at maximum legibility and font con- consistency across its products lineup. Notification Center. Before iOS 5, notifications were delivered in model window and couldn't be viewed after being dismissed. In iOS 5, Apple introduced Notification Center, which allows users to view a history of notifications. This user can tap a notification to open its corresponding app or clean it. With iOS 8, wider are now accessible through the notification center defined by third party. When an app sends a notification while closed, a red bar appears on its icon. This bar tells the user at a glance of how many notifications that app has sent. Opening the app clears the pages. Accessibility. iOS offers various accessibility features to help users with vision and hearing disability. One major feature, VoiceOver, provides a voice reading information on the screen, including contact or button icon links and other user interfaces, and allow the user to navigate the operating system through gestures. Any app with default control are developed with a UI kit framework that draws over functionality viewing. One example includes holding up the iPhone to take a photo with voiceover describing the photo scenery.
3 times.
Alert, accessibility shortcuts.
All right, our accessibility shortcuts are now visible, and that's by
Cancel button.
and
Add pass up a made for the iPhone program introduced with the release on iOS 7 in 2013. Apple had developed technology to use Bluetooth and special technology protocol to let compatible third-party equipment connect with iPhone and iPad for streaming audio directly to a user ear.